It's a story of a little beautiful girl whose name was Jennifer. She was very good in studies and all the teachers appreciated her in the school. She was very good at home also, but she had one problem. She would not speak too much and she would be very shy type girl. When she passed school final exam, her parents came to her and asked her, "My dear, what do you want to be in your life?" Jennifer replied, "Dad and Mom, I want to be a nurse in my life." So parents agreed and Jennifer went to the higher studies in another city. After 4 or 5 years, when Jennifer passed from that college, she joined a big hospital, and in the hospital was very crowded and she rejoined as a nurse. But her problem remained the same. She wouldn't speak too much, right? Though she was very studious, her behavior was very good, her manner was very good, everybody used to love her, but she had one problem, that she could not speak too much. One day what happened, a very ill patient admitted in the hospital, and a patient was under Jennifer and Jennifer's doctor's observation. After 1 or 2 days, suddenly Jennifer's duty was at night, and when she came for her duty, she observed that the patient was just dying because of some problems. Jennifer wanted to find out the problems, and she saw that the medication was not right and it was not written properly by the doctor. So Jennifer decided to go to the doctor the next day. So in the next morning, Jennifer went to the doctor's chamber. Doctor's chambers was a little far from that particular bed of a hospital. So Jennifer was very afraid, because she was very afraid to speak. So when Jennifer went to the doctor's chamber, she saw from outside of the door that the doctor was just sitting inside the room. She wanted to knock the door and she wanted to come inside and she wanted to tell everything to the doctor, but she could not able to do that. She was just afraid and she just returned back. And in that night, that patient already died. Jennifer had some guilty consciousness inside of her, and she started changing herself, And after 4 or 5 months, Jennifer almost changed herself. And one day, there was another patient who was admitted in the hospital with the same condition. But this time, when Jennifer noticed the problem, she did not hesitate, because she completely changed herself. And she just, went to the doctor's chamber and she knocked the door. And when she thought that the doctor would rebuke her, but when she knocked the door, the doctor, permitted her to come inside the room. And she entered the room and she said, she was just standing. Doctor was writing something, and he just, he lifted his head and said, "Yes, nurse, what is the matter? Why did you come here?" So Jennifer just asked the doctor, "Sir, do you have some time? Would you like to hear me? I have something important to tell you." Doctor said, "Yes, you can please tell me." Then Jennifer, reported everything to the doctor. The doctor was very shocked. He was completely surprised to know all the matters. So he asked Jennifer, "Okay, nurse, come with me. Okay, let us go to the, that patient's bed." So the doctor took Jennifer to the patient's bed, and the doctor examined everything. And on that night, they had a big meeting, doctor's meeting, and they had an immediate operation at that night. And you know what happened after that? In the next morning, the patient survived. Yes, the patient survived from the death. So the same hospital, same nurse, same doctor, but the different situation. In the first situation, she was not able to speak. She was so shy-type. And in the next part, we can see that Jennifer completely changed herself. So my friends, speaking is important in life. If you are afraid of speaking, you cannot develop yourself. You have to speak. You have to open your mouth. You should understand this. So, if you have not decided yet to take any initiative of speaking more and better, you should start thinking about how you can start your speaking ability more and more. Because if you can speak better, make it sure that you are going to get a lot more positive things in your life. So that's all for today. See you next time. Till then, you just take care. Bye bye.